the philosophy is the same, which is invest in sustainable, good quality companies. The companies we invest in are generally profitable. Just because you're a tech company doesn't mean that you have to be unprofitable.
And TruDoc was profitable?
Absolutely. When we invested in it, it wasn't. But in the last 6 months, it's profitable now. It's generating cash flow. The other companies we have are profitable. So our belief is that a good business model should be profitable. Just because the company is growing fast and is tech-enabled doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be unprofitable. And if you see whether it's Apple or Google or Facebook, all these companies are market leaders in their domain, and they are hugely profitable.
Yeah.
So I think over the last 3-4 years, there's been that belief in the venture capital industry that it's okay for companies to be unprofitable for a very long period of time. But I have a different view. I believe that often the underlying business model often may not be robust enough, right, for these companies to be funded, right? And if they are robust enough, they should be profitable relatively quickly. Because if there's demand for your service, as there is for ours and for some of the other companies we've invested in, the customer should want to pay for it. And if the customer doesn't want to pay for it, the companies have to introspect and see, is there an issue with the business model? Is there an issue with
the
value proposition? Right? And I think what's happened in the last year or so across the world, I think there's a lot of that introspection happening to say not all of these companies that got started over the last 4-5 years necessarily had the right business model. Just because there was so much capital available, a lot of the companies got funded. But I think the VCs and the investors now at the board meetings are now really pushing the entrepreneurs to say, guys, let's do a zero-base approach, and let's look at it afresh and see what are we doing right, what are we doing wrong. And while there's been a lot of innovation, and a lot of these companies will survive, do well, but there will be some others that may have benefited from some of the excess capital that has come into the tech industry and may not make it.